Hello and welcome to CIO 500 and Accelerators X Award 2025. We are in Hyderabad Hotel Kohinoor. Today is the second event in the series of 10 cities. We completed the beginning one in Chennai. This is the second one, and after this, obviously, we'll be going to 8 more cities. So we are trying our best to bring in thought leaders of IT industry, understand their viewpoints, understand the market trends and technology trends, and create a platform where we can share uh, the information with the peer group and the industry so that they can adapt in their organization for maximum benefit to the employees and organization. I have Mr. Anil Lama. He is CIO for Controllers and Controllers Data Centers. Mr. Nama, thank you very much for taking time out and coming here to attending and sharing your views on stage as well. What has been your experience? What is your view on the format of going, instead of going one city, we are doing 10 cities?
So, Sanjay Maharaj, thank you for calling me. I have attended today's session here. In fact, when you sent me a mail 5 months back, when you started with saying 5 or 6 cities, I was very excited. I contacted our organization marketing team and I told them that we need to be part of it. The important thing to note is that when you have some central event, any place, it will be local to some, but it takes between 7 to 8 hours, one side only, as a travel and logistics to reach a location. Up and down would be like 16 hours for anybody coming remote. Instead of that, your format, which is bringing the event to the local community
Exactly.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
CIO, disseminating the knowledge,
Yes.
that I feel is on a much more viable format. Second is when we do these central events, then we miss the local trends. The local trends which are happening maybe in Hyderabad, more of a pharma city, maybe in Mumbai, more of a financial city, maybe in Bangalore, more of a IT city. So these local trends then go down. When you set up panels in these different city formats, you're actually appealing to the psyche of the local community. And they go back much more enriched in these type of cities.
All right, now you represent a company that is the heart of the growth, the data center. So these days, every organization is becoming IT organization. Governments becoming IT enabled government also. On top of IT, AI has come in also, and AI is consuming a lot of bandwidth and lot of energy. So from a data center perspective, from a growth perspective, obviously you have grown, Controllers has grown leaps and bounds. What has been the transformation from a CIO that has helped in the growth as well, or contributed into the growth also of the organization also?
Sure. So, see, Indian data center has got a fillip, especially with the current government continuing stable for the last 10 plus years and their keen interest to do digitally enabled India. That has helped us in COVID. At the same time, applications like UPI, Aadhaar has led to multiple new cases. I'm talking in the private sector,
Correct.
not only in the government sector. This has attracted a lot of R&D interest and back offices in India, which is now culminating into this data center growth. From an IT angle, as a CIO, first of all, in controllers, whatever services that a normal CIO consumes, we sell. We are also revenue generator.
Right.
For example, you may put up a pod to deliver services through server, storage, etc. for your application. For us, that is also a commercial means to gain money. Secondly, on top of this, you may handle certain applications, maybe SAP uptime, maybe your email, maybe your internal portal. You will protect them. These are the same services that we convert into a service catalog and deliver to our customers. So all the changes which have been happening in these, for example, the migration of in-house email to cloud like O365, enhancement in cybersecurity, where it has moved just from protecting your perimeter to an insider threat where people can take phishing and take out data between employee communication. To be more robust of data in motion, data in flight, they have many jargons. Because overall, this scape has changed. We have been delivering it for our organization, we deliver it for our customers. In terms of data center, the major changes that are now coming is in terms of electrical and mechanical. India enjoys certain things. For example, the capital expenditure to set up a megawatt of data center in India is roughly 8 million USD. As compared to developed nations of Singapore, Australia, any place, it will be between 12 to 15 million. So, which means if you are creating a hyperscale data center of 100 megawatt, we are talking about capex reduction of the order of between 300 to 500 million. Then comes the running cost. Now, if you see the renewable, I'll just compare from solar. So, renewable, India enjoys 300 odd days of solar. You go to any other nation which is there out cold, it will enjoy 116 days equivalent of production. So, the same amount of solar panel investments, the cost that is produced per kilowatt is much less
It is
and it is green. This also translates into the way you run your data center. So in data center, the major guzzler is the power. You run the server in power, you run the mechanical cooling in power, everything runs around power. Now because this power is far less cheaper, or 30 of the order of 40 odd percent cheaper from the more developed nation, that gives a flip to bringing all these setups here. As a IT head, yes, there is a challenge because you need to learn new technologies like IIoT, because you need to manage all those data centers centrally. You are no longer dependent on a SCADA console. You are actually plotting the sustainability, PUE, business continuity data, and taking actions on it. Coming to the GPU market, we have analyzed the GPU market. Our theory says that if you develop a chat GPT or some LLM, it requires processors or GPUs 10 to the power 4, 10,000, 100,000. When you bring it to a training, it is 10 to the power minus 3 or thousands. When you do guard railing, it is few hundreds. But when you do inferencing, it is in tens. Now, because India is so good positioned with its IT folk already known for the last 2 odd decades, you now have got the nebula of data centers which is coming up shortly crossing the 1 gigawatt mark. Operational expenditure is less, and GPU is a transformative technology which is not an extension to a farm. Which means when you are researching on LLM or these big data, you actually set up a separate setup. This will give fillip to the data center industry in India. So there will be a lot more investment which will come in the form of GPU. It has already started with the government giving its initiative of Mighty, where they have said that they will put in at least or consume at least 10,000 GPUs. So there is a government flip. There is of course all this training and guardrailing role which comes in, and then we will slowly get to the level where we will have our own country-made LLMs. This is what is the primary driver for these large-scale DC campuses, and we at Controllers are fully tuned to it. We have been developing campuses above 100 megawatts. That's how we call them the hyperscale campuses. And we feel a lot of Indian enterprises, a lot of Indian startups, a lot of Indian PSUs, the government will adopt them. And that will lead to the future of the data center industry.
Excellent, Mr. Nama. I'll leave you in last asking you the last question. You recently, I think, you started one Ace data center in Assam, Guwahati, I believe. Not recently, I think this is a 3-4 months back news, or older than that. What are the reason behind that? Do you find market there, or it is only the government sector? Because that is one oil industry.
Okay. Let's not only talk about Guwahati, let's talk about whole East. We are setting up in Chhattisgarh, Raipur.
Those
Then we are setting
ones.
up in the Bhubaneswar.
Okay.
Our Kolkata is like 20 megawatt full scale,
Uh-huh.
and then you have this facility in Guwahati. What is happening is what we are seeing a trend is today India's all external connectivity is concentrated between Mumbai, submarine cables, and in Chennai. So actually the whole country becomes a L shape because Chhattisgarh region you have got Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh you have all the iron
Minings.
mountains and
Yes.
all. So everything goes to Delhi and then comes as a L shape.
Okay.
We have been tracking this. We have been requesting government. Government of Orissa has come across. They have already given permission for fiber landing. So around Puri beach, there is already approved green clearance is there for the fiber.
Yeah, I know that. Yes.
You have Kolkata,
Yeah.
where you can have a potential landing of submarine cable in Digha. That will be a new route, actually two routes. So you can come through Thornbury, Thailand, over to Rangoon and have a terrestrial link. You can go for a submarine link. So we feel that this south axis of Mumbai in the west and Chennai in the next 2 to 3 years or very short term will get converted into the axis of Orissa, Kolkata and Guwahati because in Guwahati we have also got this Brahmaputra open where shipping is started. So we feel that the fiber will also land for northeast there. Given that I have got 2 out of the 3 submarine cables landing stations there, then the whole traffic would migrate from here to there. And that will open the whole Indo-Gangetic plain for low latency enterprise grade networks and data centers. We have already taken this into consideration. We have already built Patna. We built the DC one. Now we are building a large scale. We build Lucknow. We are building a large scale. So that's how we are along the Ganga and along the Brahmaputra.
Okay.
We are hellbent that this is going to happen. It's our prediction, and that's how we are putting in the investments.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much for the piece of advice at the beginning and piece of information, strong piece of information about how the IT infrastructure is moving, becoming decentralized, not being restricted to all the major cities. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you.